Want to work with a nail art practice sheet? Well, here's some tips that I have adapted to that may help you. First things first, some things that you will need. Obviously, the nail art practice sheet. I got about 30 of them. I'm going to use this one because I want to practice how much pressure I put on my brush as I'm doing strokes, so I can try to get a lighter brush stroke. Um, you will need gel paint instead of gel polish. That's what I'm using. I mean, you could possibly use the other one, but I'm using that one. You will need lint-free wipes, some brush cleaner, and I have 3 different size gel brushes, small, medium, and large, which I'll be showing you in the video. Also, a clear top coat. You need a clear gel top coat. I will also be using dauber tools. And over the cards, I put a plastic Ziploc bag, or you can use a laminating pouch. I believe that will work. But I used a plastic Ziploc bag and I held it together with 2 paper clips. Okay, for the designs itself, you want to only put 1 layer of top coat underneath for you to do your designs on it. But then you want to go see where I went past the design right there and put at least 2 or 3 top coats so you can easily pull it up like this. And before you do your design, you want to lift it a little bit so it can be easy to lift off at the end. Now you see me with the small detailing brush, liner brush, and I am just trying to apply as little pressure as I can to make those tiny lines. Okay, next I'm going to be using the dotting tools. Woo! And I'm going to dot just the little top part right there, all of them. I felt like it was easier to do a couple of dots as I was going along, and then like use the gel paint to moisten up the brush a little bit more. So that's why you see me kind of going over it a couple of times. Plus these dots was kind of big, and the dotting tool that I was using was like an extra small. So that's like my smallest dotting tool. So then with a small detailing brush, I went in and I did the lines with it, as if I was kind of like doing a curved line. It was pretty good. It really is smoother with that gel paint. I really like it. I'm sold on that gel paint. So here you see me using a lint-free wipe. And now since I left that little lip and I added an extra little bit of that gel on the ends to make it come off smoother, it was so easy to lift. Now I'm going to use the other dotting tool, and this is the one size up. But like I literally keep going up in the dotting tools. And see, with this one I didn't have to do 2 coats of gel paint because it was enough to cover the dot. And I feel like it was enough to be able to re-wet the brush if I needed to add to what I picked up in the brush, the secondary. And then I'm literally just doing the same thing. I'm going upwards. I'm trying like different ways and different methods to try to get my brush strokes right so that they can be so I can not apply so much pressure. So basically this is really good for actually learning how to design, but it's also good for practicing your brush strokes, when to apply pressure, when not to apply pressure. So one of the cool things I noticed about this practice sheet is that all of the dotting tools pretty much lines up with each row. Like I used the small one, it actually called for a small one. I used the medium, I used the second to medium, and they actually lined up from like left to right with each dotting tool that I had. So then I moved on to the actual practicing of a design with the gel paint. It was pretty awesome. I did so good at this. I didn't even think I was going to do good with this because when I practiced this with the regular gel polish, it was all over the place. I'm telling you, all over. It was just getting messy. It was sticky. It was just doing too much. And this right here was given. It was given everything I needed. I still got to practice on stop being so heavy-handed, but I think I did better. I used a medium brush this time. This is the medium length liner brush. And I also used a long length liner brush on the second portion. So this one right here is the medium. And then you'll see that I used the longer one in a second. I cut off some of the video, but look at how good that got. Now let's move on to the longer liner brush. As you can see, that's the longer one. It's very easy with the longer liner brush to make long lines. It's definitely not easy to make short lines with the liner brush. The longer liner brush was like, oh wow, it was giving a headache. But the long lines, the long brush, you got it. Actually, I feel like you see how light the lines was comparison. I feel like it would be easier to. Let me see the medium ones. Let's get to the medium one. See how the lines look. Okay, so here goes the medium one. I feel like the brushes are literally true to what they made for. Like when it says long brush, it's for long lines. When it says medium brush, it's for medium lines. But you see how I kind of was having trouble with that medium line, that long brush. Like to stop it right there, it was weird. Like it needs to have that flick of the wrist type of moment where it goes all the way down, kind of like the flick of the wrist. Just joking. But yeah, so that's that. Wait, let's do a comparison. I feel like if you want bolder lines, you can go with the medium ones, the longer lines and medium lines. If you want, look how thin those lines are. It's pretty good with that long brush. I'm gonna give it to the long brush. The long brush is giving me all my thin lines that I need. So I'm gonna have to start using that long liner brush. And then like I use the long one, and I use the medium one on that one too. And I'm using the long one on this one. Let me see how this one's coming out. Yeah, that long brush is given, but I was having such a hard time. Hold on, let me show you this part with the long brush. I'm showing you where I was having a hard time at. Okay, you see right here when I have to go in between those lines, I feel like if it's like going in between something or like having to put something inside or like even the inside of that V shape, it was kind of hard getting in there with the long line brush. So it's like, see, it was getting wobbly. I didn't really like the long line brush. I like the medium brush for going in between. I probably would have liked my detail brush for actually going in between better. We want to see it in there because I want to do something else. Surprise, and you'll see the grand finale. I'm not gonna give it all up because I'm bad at keeping secrets, but I ain't giving it all up. Okay. So this is how it came out. Pretty good, right? I didn't like when I had to put on the nail dough, but mind you, I used about like 2 or 3 top coats. That's why I told y'all 1 top coat and only do 2 or 3 on the side, the lip part, you know, the extra part around where you're doing, where you want to lift it up at, not on underneath the design. Like, I hope y'all understand. But here's the surprise. I'm actually going to freehand it. Woo-woo. And to be honest, the long liner brush was so good with the V shape, the long part. And even underneath on the little line that's under it, but when it got to the middle, it was awful. Okay, so that's that whole. So when it got here, it was kind of getting rough. That top part right there was good. It was good, it was good, it was good, it was good until it wasn't right here. And that's when I should have switched to the medium brush, to be honest, because it was kind of like lopsided. I had to go back and fix it. I feel like if I had that medium brush, I definitely would have handled it a lot better. Like it would have been more smoother of a transaction. So in between, like if you're doing a line work trying to get like close up, I feel like either you should go to the small brush or the medium brush. Because see, I had to fix it. It was given not well. So you live and you learn. First of all, this is a new gel paint for me, and then I'm trying tighter. That's what I'm trying to get my brush strokes better, not so not to press so hard on the brush when I'm doing my designs, because I want to be able to make lines that's close together. And when you press so hard on the brush, it's hard to get like small lines close together. And I like those type of geometrical designs. Even though I use my stamping plate, you know, for it, and then it doesn't work for me, but I want to do freehand too sometimes. I just want to know that I know how to do it. So yeah, I'm trying to wait for this part where I mess up in the middle, but just know what I said earlier. Medium brush, medium lines, long brush, long lines. Yeah, it's true. I had to go back and check. I'm very proud of myself. It came out looking exactly like the picture. I still want to work on. You see how my brush strokes is still a little bit deep, but it looks so good. Like, I would pay for that. So it's giving good, but I want to practice more. Now I'm going to do the other design. And when I tell you, oh, you see the flick of the wrist? Did y'all see that? Y'all see what I meant by the flick of the wrist? When I tell you this gel paint just glides, it's like butter. Best polish I ever had in my life. But you know how good that line is? The line is lining. Here's the end result. It came out really pretty good. See? Looks like it. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you later.